Meanwhile, new tonight, Colorado State health officials say that a person in Douglas County has died of the hantavirus. The case is being investigated by the Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment. Fox 31's Anna Kuhn is breaking down what we know about this case and the history of the disease here in Colorado.
This is absolutely
Well, state
wild,
officials say this case in Douglas
what's going
County
on
has no
here.
connection to the outbreak on the MV Hondias cruise ship. Hantavirus cases in the
I feel like we're going to have more and more outbreaks across the states because, I don't know, Colorado,
U.S. are uncommon, but they aren't unheard of, and Colorado has actually seen more cases than most other states. The Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment confirms an adult in Douglas County has died after being infected with hantavirus. The case is still being investigated, but the state says preliminary evidence suggests the infection came from exposure to rodents. In Colorado, deer mice typically carry what's called the sin nombre hantavirus. That's a different strain than the Andes hantavirus that recently spread across.
So they're saying this case in Colorado, well, I'm not going to call it an outbreak because it's not an outbreak according to what the health officials are saying. It's just a single case in Colorado, and basically they're saying it's not connected to the cruise ship situation and it's a different strain from what's on the cruise ship. But I ask yourself the question, guys. This is the first time I'm hearing about hantavirus. Like, throughout my 36 years of life, this is the first time I'm hearing about this type of virus. I heard about leptospirosis that is spread by rodents, but I never heard of hantavirus until the recent cruise ship situation where the couple died, so on and so forth. But ask yourself this question, are we going to see more and more cases of this virus, and not only more cases of the virus, but different strains of the virus breaking out across the United States? And again, I'm not calling this an epidemic or a pandemic. This is just a one case situation over there in Colorado. And according to the news, they're saying that Colorado is known, like, this is not the first time it's happening. Colorado have different cases of hantavirus on the low over a period of time before. So what really sparked this new outbreak of rodents and hantavirus across the country? Because now it seems like it's going to be a countrywide outbreak, or maybe like a worldwide situation. What is the genesis of all this new strains and this outbreak of hantavirus? Are we in a period of time when it's going to come, or I don't know? Let me know what you guys think.
A cruise ship.
It's good to be cautious. I don't think people should be panicked or overly concerned. I don't think this is going to be kind of a new widespread issue.
Dr. Carrie Horn with National Jewish Health says the biggest difference is that the strain in Colorado does not spread from human to human. State officials say it's contracted through contact with rodents or while cleaning an area with rodent urine or droppings. That is when you should be cautious.
Most of the time, my recommendation would be have a professional clean that up because they have the appropriate equipment to do that safely. Okay. But if you are cleaning it up yourself, please make sure you're wearing a really good mask and those gloves and that you're bleaching first.
Since the CDC started tracking cases in 1993, Colorado has seen 132 cases of hantavirus and 47
So let's
deaths.
take a pin here
It's
for
the
a
state
little
with
bit.
the second highest number.
So basically the CDC and all the health officials are saying, like, listen, you shouldn't be concerned, but you should be cautious in your navigation around places and be cautious of rodents and stuff like that. Being cautious to me is being concerned, and when you're concerned about something, you're going to exercise caution. So they pretty much, at this point, they don't know what to say. Instead of like telling people like, hey, be careful traveling, be careful going around, be careful going to restaurants and stuff like that. And it just because of this potential risk, like at this point, I think they're trying to put a band-aid on the situation. I'm not saying it's getting out of control, but I'm saying that it's something you have to be aware of, and it's something that you have to be extremely cautious about, especially when eating out or restaurants and stuff like that, because like places like New York City has a lot of rodents, a lot of rats. Have you ever been in the subway in New York City and see the rats running around there like crazy? You have to be very cautious in those places if it's going to be spreading by rodent, and that's at this point, that's the evidence they're saying, that they're showing that rodents really spread this thing. And you have a shitload of restaurants in New York City, a ton of restaurants in New York City. And in my little experience in life, nobody, absolutely no one at all, take care of your food than you do. I'm talking about nobody spend the time making sure everything is clean and making sure everything is well prepared, but you, when you're trying to have a meal. So if this is a situation and it is going to be spreading by rodents, I think New York City might be one of the prime target area that you have to be careful out of for eating around or like dining in these restaurants. I'm not saying they're not clean, they're definitely clean, but as I said, nobody takes care of your health better than you do. So I'm gonna be concerned. I'm really watching this and monitoring this and watching the news and travel, because I like to travel, I like to go places, and if this is going to be something that I really have to take heed with or so on and so forth, I definitely will have to make some adjustments in my traveling schedule and so on and so forth. So let me finish here what they're saying.
Cases in the U.S. And Horn says while it is still uncommon, there's no specific treatment or cure for hantavirus. And if you get it, what often starts with flu-like symptoms can turn more severe.
It can progress to kind of lung symptoms, and sometimes people can get kidney symptoms. And so people start feeling short of breath, having trouble breathing, their oxygen levels can go down. It tends to be pretty severe.
Guys. So listen. This is my prediction. I think you're going to see more cases in the United States and the world at large as time progresses. And I think that they're trying to put a band-aid on this situation. And I think it's getting out of hand. And I'm not sure where it came from. It was on the cruise ship. And now it's in places like Colorado. And they're saying there are different strains and rodents are spreading this. So I think you're going to have more cases coming in the weeks to come. This is definitely something you guys should be aware of, and definitely you guys should really take heed of. All right, so be careful out there, guys. Exercise some caution and protect yourself. This is Jermane's Views. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, click the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I drop any content. All right, peace. I'm out.